Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
In my previous lecture, we have seen how to write basic Java code and how Java works under the hood. We have seen how Java compiler converts the Java source code into bytecode by creating the .class file, and how JVM converts that bytecode into machine understanding code that our system understands and give us the proper output. We have also seen some new keyword like public static. I have given you a short description about their work. And we have also seen how to pass command line arguments to our program. We have also created our custom class, and from that class we have created multiple objects, and we have also seen how to access the members of that class like the instance variable or the method by using the objects. In this session I am going to teach you how to do mathematical calculations by creating our custom classes. So let's start the lecture without wasting time. First of all, we need to open our folder. Suppose that I am going to create a new folder and I am giving the name Java 1, 2, 3. Now I am going to create a file. Our file is created. Now I am going to define the class that is actually going to hold a main method, and as I have told you that the name of that class should be same as the file name. What is the file name here? Test. So I have to declare it as like this. So see, the name of the class that is going to hold the main method and the file name is same, but remember that if I put a small t here, it will create problem because Java is case sensitive. Here a small t and capital T are different. So after that I am going to declare my main method, public static void main. Okay. Now what is this public? What is this static? I have told it in my previous lecture, but in this lecture I am also giving you a short description. Public is used here because we want to access this main method outside of this class, test class, because the compiler needs to access this main method because the execution starts from this main method. That's why you have told the compiler that this main method is public so that it can be accessed outside of this code. After that, static. Look, the compiler need to access this main method without creating any object. Okay, but we have seen that without creating any object we cannot access the members of a class, but defining them, the variable or method, as a static, we can actually access that method or variable without creating any object. That's why we have used static here. After that, void, because our main method is not going to return anything. Then main, here string args, it is the command line arguments. Actually args is actually the array that is going to hold the command line arguments. There will be multiple arguments and the data type will be string. So let's create our custom class. I am going to give what should I give? Math. Okay, and follow the naming convention also. For defining the class you have to follow the Pascal case naming convention or upper camel case naming convention, meaning suppose that I am going to put another name. There are two words here. Okay, math demo. The first letter of each word should be capital, like the first word is math, the second word is demo. So the M and D should be in capital. That is the upper camel case or Pascal case. You have to follow this naming convention always for defining the classes. After that we are going to create some variable 1, and I am assigning value 10 there, and variable 2 I am going to assign the value 20 here. Now I have created two variable 1 and variable 2, and the data type for that variable, both of these variable is integer, and I am assigning 10 to the variable 1 and 20 to the variable 2. These two are called instance variable. After that we are going to create our method. So let's create the method. Now as I have told you earlier that void means the method is not going to return anything, but actually we need something. Actually we need the answer of the mathematical calculation that our method is going to do. So we need to return something, and the data type for that, as we are working on integer data type, we will define it as integer. Int first addition demo. See the naming convention. Here I am working on methods, and this follow camel case. This follow camel case. And what is this camel case? First word of the first letter of the first word should be small, and other letter and the first letter of other word is going to be capital. See, first word is addition, the second word is demo. So first letter of the first word is small, and all of the other words, for them the first letter is going to be capital. That is the camel case. You have to follow this naming convention on both variable and method. After that, now see, I am returning the value of addition of these two variable. This two variable is holding the value 10 and 20, so the return value should be 30. So now let's go to our main class where the main method is residing. Inside the main method I am going to create the object. Okay, let's create the object of math demo. First of all we have to type the name, then the variable for holding the object. Now the name of the object, what should I give? obj1. okay, then new keyword. New keyword is used to allocate memory dynamically for the object. Now I have to type this. Now how I can actually access the members of that class? Okay, how to access that? Through the object. Just type the object name, then a dot operator. After that I am going to type addition demo to return the actual calculated value. Now I am going to define a variable which is going to hold the return value. Now I am going to create a code that is going to print the output. Now variable. Okay, let's run the code. I am just calling the terminal to come. You can also use command prompt, whatever you say. Now what I am going to do, I am going to call the Java compiler, javac, and type the file name. Remember that it is case sensitive, so be careful about that. See, dot class file has been created for two classes. For each of the class a dot class file will be created. For test dot class, and for math demo dot class. After that I am going to call the JVM to convert this byte code into the machine code so that we can get our proper output. See, 30. So I hope so that you have understand how to do this. Now if you are thinking that how to pass the command line argument, this is not defining. See, 30, but it is holding all of these command line arguments. Now I can actually print these command line arguments that I am passing to our program. How to do that? We can print it. As it is an array, we can index it. See, now I am going to run this program again. When I am going to run, see, first it is going to print 30, the return value, then dipto, then AND. What does this mean? They are the command line arguments, and this args array is going to hold all of these arguments. You can also type anything. This is actually your desire, whatever you want to type, it doesn't matter. You can also type your name. Then after that we are going to calculate the subtraction. So let's remove it, and I am going to create another variable, integer type variable, that is going to hold the value of the return value of this subtraction demo method. Okay, now I am going to run this by using this. See, 30 and minus 10, because 10 minus 20 is obviously minus 10, that's why it is returning minus 10 as a value. After that, let's do multiplication and division also. Okay, let's create more variable, same before, and it is multiplication. Everything is okay, but can you please give me the answer, what is going to be the value of var 4? I am giving you 10 to 20 seconds to think about it, and if you know the answer, please comment, so that I can understand that actually you are giving your concentration on the lectures. Okay, first of all, do some calculation manually. First, 10 plus 20, 30, the return value is going to be 30. Second, 10 minus 20, actually it is going to, obviously it is going to be minus 10. 10 multiplied 20, it is going to be 200, the return value is going to be 200. 10 by 20, obviously half, 0.5. Now, does it really return the value of 0.5? Okay, let's see it. There is going to be magic. See, everything is okay, but in the division section the value is 0. Though the value should be 0.5, then why it is 0? It should not be 0, like how it can be 0? 10 by 20 is never 0, it is always equal to 0.5. Actually what is happening here, let's comment out it, like what is going to be the answer? 0.5, actually 0.5. okay, now is it an integer value? No, it is not an integer value, it is a floating point value. So but the return type for our function or method, what is it? Integer. So it cannot hold a floating point value. So what it does, it just take the value left from the decimal point, and after the decimal point all of the values are vanished. That's why the output is 0 instead of 0.5. So what we can do, actually we have to change it to float. now, but here we also have to change it, because now see that, see the magic. Oh, what is the problem? Why it is showing 0.0? We actually need to do here also. Let's see, we have got our answer. Now we have got all of these answers in a perfect way. We have defined everything as float and it is done. Actually, in typecasting there are two type of typecasting, implicit and explicit. So the conversion of floating point value into integer is not possible implicitly, we have to do explicitly. We will see this later, but I hope so that you have understand. Okay, I think so that enough for today, and I am giving you a task of doing some coding session. Actually, I am giving you a problem that you have to solve. You have to create your custom class. In that custom class you have to define the method that is going to return the value of the area of a triangle and a square. Okay, don't make it complex, and if you face any problem, comment me, and when you will find the answer, put your answer in the comment section so that I understand that you actually are engaging in this lecture. So if you like the lecture, just hit the subscribe button and hit the like button also, and hope so you have enjoyed the lecture. Best of luck. Okay brothers and sisters, bye.